Okay, my name is Siphokazi Gcaza, and I work for GAPA. GAPA means Grandmothers Against Poverty and AIDS. GAPA is down in Cape Town. Yeah, GAPA is a grandmothers organization that was started in 2002, basically to give support to grandmothers that have lost their own children, who are now looking after their grandchildren, supporting them first with education, understanding what HIV/AIDS is about, and also demystifying myths about HIV. GAPA consists of 18 support groups in the community at GAPA. Each support group has plus minus 25 grandmothers and grandfathers. Grandfathers, I could say they are a bit few, about 10%, 8 to 10% of the membership.
Can you tell us a little bit about maybe the mental health of the older people you work with from your experience?
Sometimes it's grief that is unchanneled, or most of the time the grandmothers come and they share their stories. Most of them have lost their children, and not one, they lost 2 or 3 to HIV/AIDS. So they come with grief, and they share their story. Sharing their story is a powerful tool for us, and the grandmothers is supported by other grandmothers who have also experienced the same thing. If it's too much, then I would refer to a psychologist or a local social worker.
Normally, if older people have health problems, particularly problems like depression, what resources are available to them? Where do they go for help in your community?
They go to the local health clinic, community health center. And sometimes social workers are few in the clinics, but they're also based in other centers in the community. So I'll find out who's the best social worker in a certain area, call that person, send a referral letter. A referral letter also makes it easy, because sometimes the family cannot understand a mental health issue or a psychiatric illness. If I write a referral and say what needs to be looked off and the assessment that is needed, then it makes it easier for the grandmother. But it's quite important, because most of the grandmothers stay alone with their grandchildren who are too young to understand what is happening. So it's also important to involve the neighbors. But also you can't just involve the neighbors, because they'll be coming into this grandmother space.
And generally, would you say it was easy for older people to access support for depression?
It's not easy, because sometimes it's difficult for them to understand their depression. Sometimes people just talk about it, that I don't feel well, I feel depressed, and I would ask the granny certain questions, then I would be able to say, you need a person to talk to.
So for the last couple of days we've had our workshop here in Harare, and I just wanted to know what you enjoyed most, or what interested you most out of all the discussions we've had.
What was important for me in the workshop is that we had the stakeholders, we had the grandmothers, we had older persons within us from the start. I believe in participatory approaches and appreciative inquiry. So they were here with us from the start, not us developing something without them. And the other thing that I appreciated is hearing older persons' perspectives from different countries, Ethiopia, Zambia, and South Africa, just to understand the different contexts. Because sometimes as researchers, we don't want to hear the context. We have a recipe that this country, here's a recipe, here's a recipe. But here we are looking at the context and seeing what is similar, what is different, and also learning from each other that each country has a different demographics, history, culture, which sometimes researchers don't care about. So what I like in this workshop is that we listen to each other, hear what people had to say from different contexts, and hear the history. For example, people from Soda, they started their home small from people who were destitute that were living in the streets. And now it was started by business people, and now those business people have passed away, and government is slowly taking over, and we need to encourage them to be able to advocate, to speak for the people.
And lastly, Siphokazi, could I just ask you what you hope will come out of our work together as part of the ICOPE-DEP project?
What I'm hearing is that we have now spoke about priorities, and we know we have scratched the tip of the iceberg. But once we start inquiring and making interventions, sometimes in my culture they said, better something than nothing. So you start somewhere, and you go, and we start somewhere. We use our assets in our community. You know, the concept of capacitating and asset building in our community. So we're not looking out and saying, just because you've had a grant in the UK, we look at how you do things. The contexts are different. So that's what I am appreciating about this workshop, that we are looking at capacitating those that need capacity, and we want to look at health workers that are able to consider and include older people's issues in their line of practice.
That's great. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Siphokazi.
Sissy.